welcome to our next edition of Taco Tuesday. I'm Sarah.
I'm Shelby.
And today we're going to be making some ranch chicken tacos with our tiny hands.
Woo!
Because why not? We're keeping things interesting around here. So, first step, we have to clean our hands because we live in the time of COVID.
Yes.
So our handy
Sanitation.
assistant, Cassie, has got us covered. Thank you.
We're following the rules that we ended on last week.
Yes. Now she has to dry her hands. Okay. So, we made the chicken ahead of time. Maybe one day we'll do a cooking session.
Ooh.
But now we're just going to fill our tacos.
All right.
But after we fill our tacos, what are we going to talk about?
Well, on this week's episode of Talk About It Tuesday, we're going to talk about one of our favorite things, well, besides tacos, is community.
Yeah.
So, what better way to talk about community than starting off by making tacos with your friends?
No better way.
All right. So,
let's do this. Okay. Here you go.
Thank
Oh.
you.
I got taco juice on my face. Okay.
So, Sarah, how did you make this chicken?
Look at this. I cut up chicken. This is crazy. And I put taco seasoning on it and ranch dressing. I just followed a Pinterest recipe. I thought it was going to be more intense than that.
Wow.
But it wasn't.
That sounds delightful.
I know, right?
Yes. Cheese. Oh.
Wow, this is
yeah.
a little bit smoother than I thought. How's it going for you?
Well, fun fact, these tiny hands are not much smaller than my real hands, so this is a glimpse into my everyday life.
How do you think I do this thing?
I think we might need a little bit of assistance from our hand person.
Cassie! I almost had it.
Is
Thank
it
you.
open?
Yeah.
Okay.
I took the lid off.
There you go. Gotta get some vegetables.
I thought this would be easier than it is.
How are you gonna squeeze it? What
Sheer force. Nope. Hey, there's a little bit.
Here, what if you hold it and I'll push on it?
Okay. Maybe we won't eat this on our talk. Okay.
Well, that's all I've got. I don't know if I can get sour cream. Let's try. I could just use my hand. Y'all should really try this out.
If you want to borrow one, I have some.
We'll make sure to sanitize them before we
No
share.
worries. All right. We did it.
And that's all.
All right, we're going to take a bite and then we'll be talking about real community. Here's to a new adventure together.
Good work.
Tacos and tiny hands.
Cheers. Well, now that we have our tacos out of the way, let's get down to business and talk about community. So, Sarah, what do you have to say about community this week?
I have so much to say about community all the time. But we believe that community is essential to our lives. You don't necessarily have to have it to live, but to have a good life, you do need it. And so, one of the reasons that community is so important is that having a good support system, a good community, they bring out the best in you. So I think C.S. Lewis talks about it the best way. So I'm going to paraphrase how he describes friendship in the 4 loves. And so he says that in friendship, that's the one kind of love where 4 is better than 3. And so like the more people you add to a friendship, the richer the friendship gets. And why he says that is that, let's say that there are friends like A, B, and C. So A brings out of B what C could never see if only B and C hung out. And the same is true in all of their relationships with one another, that we bring out a richness in one another that is impossible to see without each other.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. C.S. Lewis, brilliant man.
Yeah.
Check him out if you haven't yet.
Yeah.
So if you're not in community, if you don't have those good friendships, it's really easy to seclude yourself, to fall into temptation, to listen to lies from the enemy and just from the world, to get sucked into social media or just entertainment. And really, that's just not a positive influence. And when you're around friends, it's a lot easier for them to have an opportunity to speak truth into your life, to call things out of you that need called out. And just call you to higher and not let you live in a bunch of lies and loneliness. Because let's be real, being lonely does not feel good.
Nope.
So,
another reason that community is so important is because our friends become our support system. So we can actually learn a lot from National Geographic documentaries.
Really?
Yes, especially about community. So, have you ever noticed that it's the zebra or the gazelle or whatever animal who is alone that gets eaten?
I have noticed that, yes.
Always.
Why?
Well, because there's no one there to protect them or to say, hey, danger's coming, or they don't pay attention and they don't work together to keep themselves safe. And so we can be the same way, kind of like what you were talking about. Like if we're just lone rangering it, then man, the danger is infinite to us. We can believe anything. But when we have a support system that speaks love and truth over us, then when we start to go down a path that's not good, then they can say, hey, like, that's not really who you are. Like, that's not what you were created to be. Like, I see the good that God placed deep within you, and I'm going to hold you to a standard that lets you live out that goodness. And that's essential to our lives.
It's true. That's good. And just like Sarah said, that's why we find life groups to be so important in our ministry. It's not just because it's a cool thing to say or a cool thing to be a part of, but it really is like essential to our life and to our walk with the Lord. I know for myself, being involved in a life group and also leading life group, I've seen the benefits of that, and I've seen the other side of that. Before I got involved in Chi Alpha and life group, I didn't really have friends or deep friendships, and I was lonely, and I didn't have a lot of connection. And then I got involved, and my world was flipped upside down, and I've done some crazy, dumb, stupid stuff in life group, but definitely just having that support system there for me and saying, all right, like, let's correct that, let's change some things about the way that you're living and thinking and acting, but let's still have fun and make memories while we're doing it. And so if you have yet to get involved or connected with a life group, please DM us and let us know. We'd love to get you involved so that you can experience this community, to experience what it means to have real friendships and healthy, good relationships while you're here at Fairmont State. So thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to talking to you all next week, and we'll see what kind of tacos we show up with next week. So,
Adios.
Adios.
I'm gonna help you.
I think I got it.
That was so funny.
Push.